Hello, everybody! It's another episode of D&E Doodles.
That's right, and we got another render for you guys. It's been a couple weeks, but we're rendered.
Back and we're drawing again, full this time.
Full render. This was a request that D had made. Not a request, it's us, but prompt D had said, which he wrote Ukiyo E style challenge.
Yeah,
you want to explain that for the folks at home?
Yeah, we're taking it's the old Japanese style of, they're kind of like drawings, kind of like, I guess they're probably painted too, but
it's probably inked.
Yeah, so like things you would see on like a scroll back then, or like a wall scroll, or the what are those, like sliding doors when they do the big old pieces on those?
Yeah.
It'd be like in that style.
If you've seen any, it's probably either the one with the giant skeleton or the one with the samurai with his hands kind of weirdly spread out, often accompanied by the yo, or yeah, the giant, big old Hokkaido wave that everyone knows. Yeah, that one too. I guess, the one that's the most popular, I suppose.
Yeah.
But
I definitely seen this whole one a lot.
That one's just fun. I think that one's because it's so funny in retrospect. But without a further ado, I'm up first.
Let's go.
So there it is.
There's the wave, baby.
I found this one too. And
these are all the ones I saw.
That one. Dang, it's probably like we both looked up Ukiyo E. So, done the classic, picking colors out of what I'm doing. Rare instance of me using pressure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't like it normally, but I feel like stuff like this, it kind of needs it. Because it's ink, ultimately, so...
Yeah, the line weights are always different, actually, in the paintings or the ink and stuff.
Yeah. And you're seeing why I don't use pressure.
Well, that makes sense. The mountains aren't uniform. They shouldn't be.
Yeah. Honestly, I could just get used to pressure just by practicing it more. My issue is I want it to like start at hard and then be able to like move it down, but if I do that, I have to like start, go max force, and then on max force, which is just more effort than I want to put in.
That's actually how I usually do my lines. Max force, and then I like slide it out at the end.
Yeah. But a lot of I don't often do backgrounds, but there's generally a lot of times I will like start with the background for pieces like this. It just makes more sense to me.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. Get your base going, and then whatever the foreground is on top.
Yeah. But there's some
nice mountain lions.
Yeah, mountain lions coming in. They're like, "Growl."
Do they have mountain lions
on their own play? Oh, in Japan? I doubt it.
Yeah, in Japan.
I don't know how they would get there.
Through the mountains.
Oh, that's true.
There's also mountains in the sea,
There's definitely like carnivorous felines. I just don't know if mountain lions in particular exist.
Maybe like lynx type of things.
I'm not sure.
Red pandas.
Yep. Here comes the main ordeal.
Ooh, an oogly boogly?
It's an oogly boogly.
You're drawing that weird guy in the background in a mask in your reference.
Yep. I just stole it.
Yeah, some of those, like, I don't even... What inspiration were they taking for these?
They probably just saw something that freaked them the fuck out.
Like, yeah, that looks like a guy wearing a mask in the background. Ooh. Oh,
Yeah.
is this a worm?
Yeah, so I drew a worm creature.
Oh, that is fun. This is Doom fan art.
I haven't seen Doom or read it.
I haven't either.
Nice. So here's a fun little thing I had to do where I just kept redrawing teeth.
We love it. We love a good just drawing teeth.
Yeah, once again, I'm not huge on pressure, and stuff like this is kind of why.
I'm kind of liking how it looks with your pressure, though.
Yeah, like, when I use it, I try to use it to its full extent. The last time I used it, I was emulating, like, a manga panel. So that used a lot of the pressure. I'm probably typing something to a friend, being like, how do you do?
I mean, like, how do I Ukiyo E?
Yeah. Green worm.
Oh, it's radioactive teeth!
Yep.
I like the background with this. It's like serene, but then there's this massive creature coming out of the ground.
I feel like that's a lot of these, honestly.
Yeah, they're honest. They're just like put in the image.
Here's me to figuring out what like brush I wanted to use for this specific thing.
You always got to test your brushes, you know. I think it's cool that, or it's like different.
Bam! More
to see
another reference.
Oh. Yeah, that's what I was speaking of. Is you put your references directly in the canvas, and I just kind of look at mine usually.
A big reason I do that is just because I do often color pick from them.
That's true.
Yeah. So this was fun. They draw, the way they draw people is so interesting in these, I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Because like
and just creatures. What is that thing, by the way?
I don't. That's some sort of lion. Maybe that's a mountain lion.
That's what their mountain lions look like.
Again, like, well, it's the thing of with all these old things is someone probably just described to someone else like what something looked like, and they were like, "Oh god, it had a huge body and like 4 legs and a tail," and then they didn't elaborate on anything else.
And they're like, "Oh, this is clearly a tiger." And then we're just like left with the pieces of the puzzle to figure it out later.
Yeah. My favorite, I think they discovered what probably was an explanation of a unicorn was probably just a rhinoceros.
Yeah, literally. I like this pose.
Yeah, I think it ended up really expressive. The mouth, I'm honest, it was really hard.
Looks nice. Matches.
Yeah,
That's a good
I ended
expression.
up getting it eventually, but it was very hard to get like a good mouth shape, I'm gonna say. So here actually is a rare me not putting the reference on the thing. I did actually look up a reference of a rabbit.
Oh, nice.
And then I kind of emulated how they weirdly draw animals.
Yeah, that's something I think is cool about these is like they don't really make sense a lot of the time, but it's just like stylized in a way that still looks pretty cool.
And here comes, that was just the sketch, here comes the actual line art, which will conveniently be almost the same.
You stole my style. Nice. I love the hair.
It is great.
That is like a Japanese haircut, you would see that.
Yeah, very indicative of the time, I would say.
Wasn't that like a respectable thing? Like, it showed your status when you had the bald top?
Yeah. Like, that was for the big ones. I think in general that was the style. Also, I made a grave error. These were not the kinds of sandals that they were wearing back then. I hope everyone will forgive me.
How could you?
Also, I did end up not going with the tiger creature. Unfortunately, I stuck with just the rabbits.
That makes sense. They're like running away from it.
Yeah.
Ooh, that ear shape is nice.
Yeah, I do like how those turned out, where I think it's like realistic to that kind, how they drew animals.
Mm-hmm. Good colors here.
Always, you know, you always forget one line.
Yeah, every time. And then I'm just like, why does that look weird right there? And I'm like, oh, of course, there's not a line connecting it. Yep, missed that. We gotta get that one.
Yeah. Well, there's that dude colored. Here comes rabbits. I slightly varied the colors of them.
Yeah, we don't have just one color rabbit here.
Here comes some clouds.
Oh, vortex in the sky.
Yep, here comes the sun.
Dim doo doo. Ooh.
Here's me checking every layer.
Yeah, that little hatching that you brought back in actually is cool right here.
Yeah, I think it helps a lot. And then they usually had like very decorative kimonos in these. So I don't know if it's a kimono or yukata, or if it's different when men wear it or whatever. If someone knows, feel free to correct me.
I think yukata is the boy one.
Yeah. Anyways, here's me dirting everything.
Nice. Give it that green.
And then I gave up. No.
Yeah, and then I said, that's it. It's just brown.
It is funny, like, doing stuff like that really does make it feel more of the era, though, I think. But yeah, so that was what I did. I just kind of a scene. That
turned out really cool, actually. I like that one.
Yeah, I actually did really like this. I don't say that a lot on mine, but I actually do really like how this turned out. So yeah, this is yours.
Yeah, so I was like, I always loved how they depicted like fierce animals, and their weird like lanky weird poses they put them in always for some reason.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to do an animal, but I made it a fan art because I wanted to draw a Pokemon as this. So I started kind of similar to how I do characters, where I get the body shape, because I just used a real tiger for the shape, and then I was like, I'll turn that into the Pokemon.
You're like, I am the Tiger King.
Yeah, and here's me struggling to figure out how they make these weird lanky shapes make sense.
I think the answer is they didn't.
Yeah.
Like, I think we see those shapes like that so much, we just kind of accepted it. I think realistically, they just made it up as they went.
Yeah, this time I remembered to record the sketch, guys, so we're getting it, baby.
I can't wait for it to suddenly splotch. You are on a completely different drawing.
It's fully rendered already?
You're like drawing your next main piece instead of this.
Yeah, it's not even this one. Yeah, so I'm like fidgeting with the legs here and really trying to get they're very like expressive poses, but they also are like not a real pose they could actually do.
No, if your tiger's doing this in real life, you should take them to a vet.
Yeah. I probably made it make more sense than theirs, honestly.
Yeah, I think you might have thought too hard about it.
Yeah, but I liked how the shape turned out overall, so it was cool. I just used a lot of, for this, like, obviously tiger references from that era.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of shaping it down.
Yeah, always use references, everyone.
Yeah, there was, like, a lot of this that I was like, while I was drawing it, I was like, why does it look like a wolf? And I had to change the snoot a couple times. I made the snoot too long at first, and that oddly makes it way more dog-like if you had a long nose, obviously.
It is really hard to, like, draw not a dog, I'm gonna say, when you when you're not used to drawing animals.
Yeah,
like I draw very like stylistic animals, and even I have to do so much to make it not a dog all the time.
Yeah,
I think
so that was the struggle.
Oh, I forget which render it was. There was one where I was drawing like a bear, and it just didn't look like a bear for the longest time until I changed the ears and like shortened the snout.
I know when you did the Pokemon Panda one.
Yeah.
That one looks like a cat the whole time, remember?
Yeah, until I made the ears a different shape.
Yeah, so now I'm starting. Here's where the Pokemon comes in.
Yeah, here's when it becomes a Pokemon.
The big reveal. It's, I don't know how you say his name ever. Is it Raikou or Raikou?
Raikou?
Yeah, Raikou. He's probably my favorite of... Which actually is funny, because these are technically dog Pokemon.
I think, so if I actually remember, that's just kind of a bad translation.
Oh, so they're not actually...
I think it's supposed to say it's a beast Pokemon.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but if I'm remembering right, that's why, because they don't look like dogs.
Yeah, I just always thought he was, for some reason, kind of less popular, but I think his design is the coolest, so...
I mean, I always like Suicune.
Oh, Suicune's awesome too, but
Or
I think... I was thinking a cool Pokemon for this.
It back then.
Yeah. A cool Pokemon for this style, too, I thought would be Raikou.
Yeah. I think that's a good fit. It is funny, like, it just suddenly becomes a Pokemon when watching
Yeah,
this.
it goes from Tiger to Pokemon just with some overlay, baby.
That's how they do it.
Yeah, now... Oh, I thought I was going to start line art. Probably soon.
Maybe, eventually.
I just delete it and start over.
You just draw Sudowoodo next.
Yeah, I did like how his pose came out, though. It matched the style, I feel like.
Yeah, it's of that era, for sure. Oh.
Oh! You almost saw my searches.
I almost saw you searching Big Titty.
Yeah, Big Titty Raikou.
Big Titty Raikou. That's definitely a thing that's been drawn.
Oh, I know. And here's the line art getting done here.
Yeah.
There's a little faceplate thing. His like face and just the way they made that part of him, I think, is just super cool. Honestly, design-wise.
For sure.
Gave him his nice, the black gums that all big cats have.
Mm-hmm. Where it's like, rawr.
Yeah, he's like, grr, I don't have time to floss.
I'm gonna lick you.
With my sandpaper tongue.
Yeah.
Have you seen a tiger's tongue up close? It's literally like razor blades.
Yeah, like they need it so they can get all the meat off of a bone.
Yeah, they lick. Imagine the tiger being friendly with you, trying to lick you, and it just scrapes your whole skin off.
I think you like wear gloves and stuff if you're carrying tigers like that.
If you're caring for them.
Yeah.
Getting his
also,
nice little...
I don't think like you get licked once and your skin comes off. I think it's like...
It'd probably hurt. Like
it
really
would.
bad.
And I imagine if a tiger's trained well enough, it would just kind of know not to, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to say. They are wild animals.
Yeah. Just getting his toesies. Yeah, he just has a cool, like... His design is just fun to draw, honestly.
Yeah, that's definitely really interesting.
And I did actually take some artistic liberties, and I wanted to make him more bestial. So I didn't give him he doesn't have the rounded jaw or anything like that. It's still furry, and like his claws and hands are more... He has more like just the three like little Pokemon nub claw things. And I gave him like actual...
Made it. Okay.
And his like tongue and extra teeth and fuzziness. Which I think matched the style of this piece really well, actually.
Yeah, you like were definitely going for something. I think this is the first time you did like fan art as a render on the show.
Yeah, besides like our screenshot, which is just a screenshot. So.
Yeah. Again, I wouldn't say that's really fan art though. That was the prompt, was redrawing it.
Yeah, I don't know. When I thought of this, I immediately went to like Raikou. I just thought he would be cool because I've seen other people do like Digimon in this style and some Pokemon.
Like I remember there was a Mario Kart one that was really popular for a bit.
Yeah, like honestly, doing this makes me kind of want to do more like legendary Pokemon in this style. I think it's really fun.
Oh yeah, you should do Lucario.
Celebi.
He's not a legendary. Yes, it's Celebi, Victini, all the tiny, big-headed ones.
Getting some. Here's the base colors. Getting that super yellow.
Mm-hmm. Yellower than the sun. They would have called you a demon. They're like,
Probably.
Yellow cannot be that yellow.
I mean, if I saw this, I'd probably think it was a demon, honestly. Yeah, I got his base colors in, and then I was like, let's do the old wall hanging scroll type of look with the square border.
Oh yeah, the old one.
Yeah, and then I was like, they always just have like a random offshoot tree coming in sometimes, so that's what I went with.
Nice, nice.
Kind of like a bonsai-ish type of foliage there.
It jumped out of that tree. That's why it's in that pose. It's falling.
Yeah, and their backgrounds literally a lot of the times weren't even like cohesive to what's going on, so this could have just been he was here.
I just said he jumped, he fell off the tree. He's trying to catch himself.
Yeah, that's why he's falling like this.
Yeah.
See, I'm already making it make too much sense. Oh yeah, so you missed me drawing the lightning, so I did mess up again.
The classic.
And then I made the filter so it's like grainy, you know, like
you just
that
have
old
a
style.
filter for that?
No, I looked one up. I have a bunch of those like overlays to use.
Oh, interesting.
And I decided they used to like sign things in little squares, so I did that.
Oh.
And then I didn't shade, you will notice, because they didn't shade at all, really.
No.
It was just
Yeah,
mostly
that's what
a
I
straight up
was
like drawing with color. So I went with that style, and I think it turned out really cool. Actually, I really liked it.
Yeah, this was. I think this was a good episode overall.
Yeah, maybe we'll bring them back.
Yeah, we'll probably do other genres or places, times, romance. Probably not romance. That's very hard.
Yeah, look out for the next episode, the Baroque period render.
The blue period.
Well, yeah, this was a really fun challenge, honestly. It made my mind work in different ways, had to flex my style as you did too, and I actually thought yours with the line art and coloring looked really cool.
Yeah, it was definitely out of my comfort zone, but it was really fun to do. And I do like how it turned out. I haven't said that for a couple of these. But...
Yeah, throw in the applause track right there, baby. Woo!
Yeah, baby! But yeah, this was a good episode. If you want to see more renders, we do them periodically. Let us know if you have a specific thing you want rendered, or if you just have a prompt for us in general. We upload videos every Tuesday and Thursdays, the days that start with the T. But if you want to get notified when we do, you can hit that bell and subscribe.
Ooh.
Yeah. We do these episodes. We usually do just normal doodles, but we've been branching out, doing more renders.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. Thank you guys all for watching, and we will see you on the next episode.
Bye.